Yeah,
Right.
you've been in some shows, Kathy.
Yeah, I've been painting a lot. I paint almost every day, and I paint with people in Oakmont, like Sunny, who's not showing her face. We paint on Thursdays. Paint with Wendy on Tuesdays. So we've been painting here in Oakmont. Yeah. So I got like, I have probably 20 paintings.
Wow.
Now what am I going to do with them? But I do for a lot of shows, and I got into a big one, Northwestern Watercolor Society, which I've been trying to get in for many years, and I got my pots and pans in there.
Love those.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So anyway, I enter every show I can. Why not? You know,
Right.
it's all on, you know, virtual, so you don't have to take them anywhere.
Yeah. Good.
Kathy, I love your lantern one, the one that you
Yeah.
gave the newsletter. I love that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll show it. It's right here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
let's
You
see.
sold it, Kathy?
Yeah, I can't see that. Sure, let's see it full. I can only see a tiny little bit on top of my screen.
Were you on gallery?
Ah,
Oh,
there we go. Okay. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's
That's
great.
quite a painting. Wow.
Oh, I did it.
Beautiful.
Kathy, your drawing and painting skills have really, they're just getting better and better.
Thank you. You know,
Yeah.
lots of times to practice now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you find are you painting from a photograph most of the time, or?
Mostly photographs that I take. Some I find on the internet, you know, just for something to do.
Yeah.
And you know, it keeps my mind off of things. I've got some problems. My sister's been sick, and just keeps my mind going, you know, rather than, you know,
Right.
it's very therapeutic. So everybody, you should pick up your paintbrush and start painting. I mean, really.
Absolutely.
Well, I think it's an amazing skill that Kathy has of picking out a subject that I wouldn't even consider of.
Yeah.
This doesn't sink into me that would make such a wonderful painting. And she's does that so many times with
Yes.
hands and
Yeah.
Yeah,
stuff. I
I
don't
take
even,
notes of all
Do you
kinds
have,
of good
yeah.
stuff. I'm always got my phone with me, and I just
Yeah.
take
do you,
photos.
do you have any way you sell them? Or do you have your own, you know, online?
No, I don't promote myself very much. The only way I do it by entering shows.
Okay. Oh, here's Linda. I see you,
We're
Linda.
not, in general, we're not very good at that self-promotion. I've been trying to sell some cards. I think I probably sent them to a bunch of you, my email, and I've been getting some orders. But I've also, just because, you know, like I'm tapping people on the shoulder, just this morning I got a sale, not for my cards, but for a painting that I've had on my website for a long time. And then yesterday, somebody, an old friend from high school, called me to commission 2 watercolor paintings, one of a newly deceased pet animal and dog, and then another, his daughter was moving into a house and wanted me to do a, you know, watercolor house thing. So that's always nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Somebody
great,
told me that it costs them more to put it online than it did selling them. That it was expensive. Is that true?
It depends on what you do. There are plenty of free websites. You can't, you don't have the capability for people to buy right there, but no, I don't think that is true. It depends. I mean, you can get a plan that's very expensive, which I ended up doing by mistake, and I can't wait to get off of it once it runs out in 2 years. But I think Squarespace.com, I think they have free websites. And, you know, it takes some time. You got to sit down and
Figure it out.
organize and everything like that. And then it's just going to sit there unless you mail it out to people, you know. And I've been harvesting emails since 2007. So I've got, you know, like about 600 people on my email list. And that's the thing. You got to like get it out or put it on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, you have to work at
Okay.
it. Yep.
And I'm going to show you a little picture that This is from Fairbanks, Alaska. And my daughter, okay, there's a reindeer farm there and you can walk with the reindeer. And so this is the picture. Can you see it?
Oh,
Hold it
yeah.
up in
If
front
you
of
hold
your
it up
face.
a little higher.
In front of your face, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Do it on
Boy,
Facebook.
Yeah,
That's
is-
That's gorgeous. What
Yeah.
medium is that?
yeah. That's in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Oh,
That's
there we go.
my grandson, my daughter, and
Oh,
her husband. Yeah,
Is
That
that
was just-
watercolor?
that was taken about 2 weeks ago.
It's a photo.
photograph.
Below zero.
wow.
So yeah.
Can you
Is it
hold it
acrylic or
closer?
watercolor?
Well, maybe Phil can show it. Can you show that, Phil?
Well,
If you just sent me a picture of it, I could show it like I'm going to
no.
show the others in a minute.
Okay.
I want to see the
Yeah.
faces. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway, the reindeer, she raised them, and so they're tame enough that you can put a halter on them and walk with them.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Painting.
I thought you'd like to see that.
Diana, is that in watercolor?
No, that's a photograph I was showing you.
Oh, I thought it was a
Oh.
painting.
But that was the actual photograph.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
So I am painting, trying to paint it.
So realistic.
I know.
Yeah.
it's Really
Could have
good.
I
just
thought
said
the
it's a
same thing.
watercolor, Diana.
It's a
Yeah.
great photo.
Yeah, so I am right now trying to paint it. So I'm trying to do that, yeah.
Good. Karen, have you been doing any painting? Did you? I'm sorry, I know I asked you earlier, but I've forgotten now already.
Just a little, actually I was out of watercolor for a long time and I've started getting back in, and Sunny, actually with the three of us, three friends, we started out doing little subjects and comparing our results and stuff like that. So I've been doing a little bit of watercolor painting, yeah. Mhm. Kind
Good.
of getting back into it with varying degrees of success, of course.
Yeah. Do you have
Yeah.
anything there that you could hold up and show it anybody?
Well, we started out doing little bitty subjects, like, where am I here?
There you go.
Yeah.
Just da 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 in 4 easy steps or something like that, the book is called. And so we each started, we would do a cherry, or we would do a mini pumpkin and so on and so forth like that. And then we're just continuing that. We take turns choosing a subject and, working on our watercolor skills.
Okay, wonderful.
Sunny could show you some of hers, but she's not on camera here.
Hiding.
All right. Well, you know what I'm making this up as I go along, more or less. But what I think we'll do is I'm going to go around to the rest of you that haven't talked or shown stuff and ask you if you have anything there for us to look at. Then when I've covered everybody that's there, hi Linda, I'll show the ones that 3 or 4 of you have sent to me. So we'll do a share screen thing. So you'll be able to see their works a little. Just holding it up in front of the computer. So Patty, have you been doing anything?
Yeah.
I think you need to turn off her mic, mute her mic so she can
Yeah,
use the
yeah,
phone because
she's-
it's conflicting.
Yeah, you can't have both on.
I turned it off.
Turn the audio off on the computer and just
There you
use.
go.
It is off. Is that
Yeah,
better?
much better.
That's better.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how I started out and nobody said they could hear me. But anyway, no, I've been doing a lot of work. Some weeks I'll go by and I won't really do much, but I've probably done at least 50 different paintings, small, large, whatever. And I can share a screen and show you some of them. Send any to Phil, but I know how to share a screen. I think it won't be
Go
that
ahead.
difficult.
If you want.
Yeah, I've got to get first I have to get my file up, so give me a minute.
Yeah.
And let's see. Da.
I loved the pieces that were in the newsletter that Grace sent out.
Oh, thanks. I
A,
appreciate
hand,
that.
a handful of what it seems like you've been doing, a million.
Yeah, I really have done a lot of paintings. So I'm not going to bore you with all of them. But I'll show some. Okay, give me a minute here. I'll try to share my screen. And let's see. Okay.
Wow.
Can you see this? Hold
Yeah,
on.
busy.
The little
Okay.
I'm
thumbnails.
just seeing the file.
We're seeing all the files.
We're seeing, yeah, like
Oh, you
thumbnails.
can you see a big picture of this?
No.
No,
Not yet. Okay, hold on. Shoot. This is the dilemma that always seems. Okay, now we do it. All right.
Yeah. this
Ah,
is
yes.
good. Yeah.
Okay, that's the mouth of the Russian River over by Jenner.
Jenner.
Yeah. The light's beautiful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Really nice.
beautiful light to that.
Thank you. Thank you. And let's try another one. A new share. Where's that folder? Let's do. Okay. This was in the newsletter.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you see that large?
No.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet? What?
No.
Huh. Oh. Are you seeing any of these?
No.
We see
Yeah.
the
Just the
They're in
thumbnail.
little.
Very okay. This drives me nuts. Okay. Now we do it. Seems to be a two-step process to get
Ah.
your.
That's
There
it.
it is.
That works.
This one's beautiful.
I love
Thank you.
that green.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And that's Yosemite, our one and only trip this year. We went to Yosemite in February before all hell broke. That was fun. I've been working on those paintings all year so far. It's the only inspiration I've had other than what's around here. Let me see, does this work? Can you see this one?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
That makes me homesick. That's where I grew up.
What's that?
I said it makes me homesick. I grew up in the desert.
Oh, yeah, yeah. This is Anza Borrego area 2 years ago, last year. Oh, I already forget, like 2019. Okay. And, this is an acrylic. Can you see this one?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. That's an acrylic painting. I haven't done much in real paint for a long time, so it was a real learning opportunity.
Mhm. You get an A.
That's
I was-
beautiful.
Yeah.
I was
That's
happy with it,
good.
except the colors to me feel too cold. I wanted to warm them up, but I haven't had the desire to drag out my paints again and set it all up and start messing with it because that sounds like a lot of effort. So I haven't done it.
These are pastels, right, Patty?
No, this is an acrylic painting. And it's a pretty good size one. I've had this canvas. I must have bought it 6 years ago in anticipation of doing all kinds of acrylic or oil paints. And then I got into pastels instead. So I've had this darn canvas. It's like 30 by 22 inches. But I want to paint something on this. So I worked on that out several months ago.
It's beautiful.
It is.
Thank you. Thank
The
you.
previous ones were pastels, aren't they? Or
What's that? Yeah, the earlier one, the previous ones were all pastels. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the ocean. I'm not sure you want to warm it up.
No,
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah, Yeah, that's true. That's true, Rod.
Warming on its own.
Maybe that's why I want to warm it up, because it's never warm down there. So just, wishful thinking.
Yeah. So any more, Patty?
Oh, I do. Let's see if I can go back to my screen and pick out some more. I
Yeah.
just did this
Yeah,
one
show us
last
that one.
week. Okay. Okay.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah.
This is Dry Creek Road. We've been going hiking at Lake Sonoma a lot, and the colors this fall are just spectacular. If you haven't driven down that road for a while, you really owe it to yourself before all the colors are gone. So we stopped, and I took a whole bunch of pictures a week or so ago, and I worked on that. Might make some changes to it. Initially, it's not necessarily completed, but I particularly like the yellows in the vineyards and the first row of background trees. But and I did, this is pastel, and I put it on. It's a piece of technically pastel paper. It's a large piece, and then I gessoed over it to give it more texture, so that the pastel would stick to it. Plus, kind of break up the uniform tooth that was on this inexpensive pastel paper. So that worked.
Right.
It holds it.
That's a nice trick with pastel paper that you can do, isn't it? You paint it with the gesso.
It is.
Yeah.
So, every week I do these paintings, and now I'm like stacking them up, and there's nowhere to take them, nowhere to show them, nothing to do with them. But at least I don't have to frame them. So if that day ever comes, boy, I'm going to have to win the lottery to frame some of them. But
Patty, when you store them, do you put glassine paper between them, or what do you do?
yeah, I put glassine over them, and then I just put them flat in a plastic box that I keep in my studio. And some of these are bigger, so they don't fit in the plastic box. So now I'm putting them in an old portfolio that I've had since I was in college a million years ago. I can't believe I still have these portfolios, but fortunately I do. Anyway, but I'm running out of space. I'm going to have to get some more plastic boxes and another portfolio for the larger ones, the bigger ones. But I do like the colors on this.
Yeah.
Okay. Move on.
Have time for one more?
One more, and then we'll move on to.
Okay, we'll move on after one more.
Mary.
You know what? I want to go in here. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
You got a collection there, haven't you? Wow. Nice.
Okay, new share. All right. Oop.
I see some abstracts there.
Yeah, here's one of them. Can you see this?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Right at the beginning of the shutdown, and we were locked in, we started our vegetable garden, which we weren't planning to have this year because we were going to be camping all summer. So that was over there. We grew a garden, of course. So we're digging in the ground and buying soil amendments and seeds. And I just got so inspired by the whole wonder of how nature heals itself. And even if you're not planting a garden, it's just a wonder to see how much biomass is created all on its own, even without our help, in spite of our help, the weeds, the grasses, everything. So I was just trying to illustrate the power of nature. And so I came on this idea of Earth Element series, where I'm going to show earth, water, wind, and fire, just like the singing group, the band. And so the earth section was my first one. And so I did like 3 or 4 paintings in each venue. And so this was my attempt at a quasi-abstract. And so I have several using basically the same colors and different, the possibilities are endless for composition on something like this. But I just wanted to show the strength of roots and, the ground and the movement and the forces and, topsoil and clay and minerals and water marks and
Great. I
just
love
a wondrous thing. So it was a lot of fun. And then I get bored quick. So after this was, okay, I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore, but maybe I'll return to it. Who knows?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, good. Joe, yeah, go back to that. Mary, have you got anything that you've been doing?
The stuff I showed in the newsletter, I've been doing mosaics, and I've been playing a lot.
We lost your sound, Mary.
I did.
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
You got it? Is it still there?
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
it's that.
I've been playing with different techniques. I did mosaics for a while. I've been playing with different he's
whoops.
with a mouth atomizer. You ever used one of those?
I
It,
haven't, but I never used it.
I don't know if you can see the little dots. You
Yeah.
actually blow the paint on.
Okay.
Cool.
It was
That's
just
awesome.
fun to do. And the kinds of stuff I've been doing is mostly
love it.
playing, just playing with
Wonderful.
different things. And Patty's made me want to go try my pastels. I tend to be panicked when it comes to pastels, but she's inspired me. I want to try my pastels now. So maybe that's
They're a
next.
lot of fun. They're very forgiving. You'll enjoy it again. Just give it a try. Don't worry about it. It's just paper,
Yeah.
Fun with
If you don't like it, you can just brush it off with a toothbrush and do it again. So anyway, Linda, have you got anything new that you've done?
I did some sort of half plein air paintings. It's the
Pretty.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Nice colors.
scenery live a very, very, usually sometimes they have beautiful lavender garden. So I try to do plein air a sketch, and there's no place to sit. So I took a picture. So half them and half with it based on the picture. The
Mhm.
color, beautiful, beautiful color right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
And another one, I painted a
Oh, that background is not working. Ay.
my daughter's dog. She passed away. Before that, they just painted one for me. So I painted.
But somehow the background distorted there, but we saw most of it.
Linda, are you using a virtual background?
Linda?
Oh, my background, yes.
I
No,
think that's what's causing the problem.
What's,
unfortunately, the gardeners outside make a loud noise. They get rid of the leaves. That noise is so hard. You see the lights, that's the sound wave.
Ah,
Okay, all right. Well, it's 11:30. Shall we? I'll show. I'm going to share my screen, and basically what I'll do is show pictures that people have sent to me. So the people that have sent them to me are Wendy and Rod and Grace Fong. And if I had a memory, I could tell you who the other one is. There's one more.
Yeah. I sent you one, but I don't know.
Diana, yeah, and so anyway, I'll show you what. Oh, Gail, of course. That's who it was. So, okay, bear with me. I'm going to try and share my screen and do those things then now. So we'll go to preview and share. So now you should be seeing Gail's. These are not in the sequence. I tried to put them in the
That's
right
okay.
sequence for you, Gail, but
I'll talk fast since I know there's others.
Cute,
When I
yeah.
was in Pennsylvania this summer, a couple of you who are in my other art group have seen these. The local farm stand who knows I'm an artist and friends, they asked me if I would do a couple of these things. So it was nice. I did a quick sketch. I immediately had a million ideas. I did a quick sketch and then they cut out the holes, they primed the board, and then I would go over, and this is in their greenhouse. So it was a really easy area to work in. And the little girl who's in the scarecrow, who's 11, she was my assistant. And so it was really great working with her. And it was actually her idea that the second figure on there would be a corn stalk. I was thinking of an animal or something like that. And so I thought that was really clever of her to think of that. Okay, next one.
That's cute. Yeah, that's cute.
so I'll go.
And then as I was doing that one, see if you can get to the other one like this, Phil.
Yeah, okay, let me try. Oh, yeah, so now it's gonna.
Oh, that's nice.
No, that's not mine. It is nice, but it's not mine.
That one, so Gail, just, hang on, maybe I go, no,
Okay,
there we
there we go. So then while I was working on the other one, I immediately got an idea for this, so this is a farm stand where they're, trying to attract people to come in and everything. So I did this one for Halloween and then I had to come back west, but I said, well, next year, I've already got ideas in my head for, elves dancing around a Christmas tree or something, because they sell Christmas trees and wreaths and stuff. So it was just so fun. It was done with, water-based enamel. And yeah, it was fun. Okay, and then there's one more you got. This is this was done. This is a watercolor on masa paper, which I entered into the members show at the Sebastopol Center for the Arts, which is an online thing going on now. And I learned this in a watercolor class where masa paper it's like rice paper that has sort of a backing on it, and you wrinkle it up and run it underwater very quickly and then spread it out, and you glue it with Mod Podge or some kind of adhesive to a stronger watercolor paper substrate. And so it's just kind of fun. It doesn't show up so much in this one, but it sort of acts a little bit like batik almost, the way the paint kind of runs into the crinkles and cracks that are on there. And then, as it dries, you can go back in and do more details. This is called Poppies by the Side of the Road, and it's 10 by 10.
All right. So this one is Grace Fong's, and I was hoping Grace was going to be here. She sent it to me to show today like this. And anyway, Grace isn't here, so I'm going to have to make up stuff about it, because I know it's a watercolor, and this is certainly, I think, a departure from Grace's usual style, which is usually more realistic. But so this is
Kathy, it reminds me of when you did one time where you divided the paper sort of into triangles, and you did a different sort of design in each section.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
Yeah.
Grace
So-
talked about this a little bit in one of our classes, and I can't remember what she said about it. I think she made those divisions by taping them off or frisketing them off and stuff. I'm not, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a nice painting, isn't it, as an abstract, and I think it'll be fun to. It's one of my sort of back of my mind things to do would be to try painting abstracts, because obviously the field is limitless. Well, it is for anything, but anyway. So there's Grace's thing. Now this one I think is Rod Morgan's, isn't it? Rod, you there?
Yeah, I took this in Utah at a place called Payson Lakes after the first snow, and the moss, the green stuff there, or whatever that is after the first moisture it just starts to green up before the
Mhm.
hard frost will kill it. But and obviously I bumped up the saturation a little, but I mean the colors in the leaves were there, and it just struck me as kind of an abstract.
But that's a photograph?
Yes, it's a photograph.
God, that's beautiful.
It
Yeah.
is.
Well,
Very colorful. It's beautiful.
All I did was snap the picture. Mother Nature did the rest. So,
Oh,
you know, the
yeah,
beauty's out there.
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's so much beauty out there, and so personally, I find, you know, I realize probably 99% of the time I walk past it and don't look at it, but that is really nice.
Yeah.
And then there's another one here which makes me feel dizzy when I start to try.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I need something to do, I can always fall back on these. I've been doing isometric drawings like this for probably 40 years, and I've got a couple thousand of them, and every day, every time I start doing one, you know, I find different shapes, new ways to do it. But when I was a kid,
That's-
Escher
that's
really got a hold of my mind, and
That's immediately what I thought of.
Yeah.
Escher.
and when I discovered
that's
when I
quite
discovered
great.
the isometric grid and started
Yeah.
drawing in that, I don't know if anyone's ever used it, but
Yeah. Okay.
it's nice because you can draw lines. They're all parallel. There's no there's no perspective, so you can hook things together however you want.
Right, right.
Okay.
So are all of the edges in this realistic? If I started on one of those planes and followed it around, would I end up in some dead end where it wasn't realistic? I've been looking at it while you've been talking, and I haven't found anything like that. It seems like every single one of those dozens of little planes and surfaces are realistic as a three-dimensional drawing. Is, you know what I mean?
It's yeah, it's an illusion. You couldn't build it.
No.
Some of them you can, most of them you can't. But part of the trick of this is to figure out the visibility. You know what's in front, what's behind, and so I try to make it look realistic.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's quite
Yeah.
something.
But
Amazing.
you know, if you was to cut it in thirds, you'd see that Illustrator, I only have to do a third of it and then copy and paste and put it together.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's
that's-
trisymmetrical.
Yeah. So that saves a lot of drawing and time to do that, doesn't it? Well, I'll go
Yes.
to Wendy. The first painting I showed was second painting, and was Wendy's. So this is Wendy's watercolor. So Wendy, are you there still?
Wendy?
Wendy?
Where is that? I want to go fishing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love the water part. The high skill made it so real. The
Yeah.
water
So
part, I told
Wendy,
you.
have you got any comments about it? Are you muted, Wendy?
Sure.
Nope, I think Wendy left.
No, Wendy. Yeah. No, no.
Well, I love it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
How are the white marks on the water made? Is that like white paint or scratches off, or?
I think she used white pastel pencil or white regular pen, I think.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
pen.
She's nodding her head.
Probably
Yeah.
white chalk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a really nice scene, and I wouldn't have at first glance at it. I didn't think it was a watercolor because of the intensity of the colors and the contrast and so forth. But
And I like how the dark leaves are coming down from the top too. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I don't paint watercolors, but I've heard that people say one of the things with the problems with when you start doing watercolor is that you don't get the right contrast ratio, that things are washed out. But it's obvious that Wendy has gotten beyond that point.
Is that from doing it on dry paper instead of wet?
Yeah.
Oh, possibly, yeah. I wish we could get Wendy, her sound has disappeared, the picture's there, but no sound. Yeah, Wendy, you must be muted.
Either that or she stepped away. Maybe she'll come back.
No, I've got a picture of her and she's talking to us and it's,
Oh,
I think she used both techniques, wet on wet and wet on dry, because we painted that when she was over.
Yeah.
yeah, okay,
The water looks like it's wet on wet.
yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah. She's nodding her head, so yes, wet on wet, right.
I admire that part.
And yeah, okay, well, that's it for the
Okay.
pictures that I'm
I
showing.
guess you didn't get the one I sent then. Grace said.
No, Diana, I haven't had, I don't know what happened, but I didn't get it from you, so.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Well, I'll show it to you now.
yeah, you could do that, yes.
Yeah, I have it framed, so you're gonna get a reflection. So, okay.
Can you get out of screen share?
Yeah,
Phil?
I'll go out of screen share.
This is, yeah, okay. Okay. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, a path in
Nice.
the woods.
Yeah,
Nice.
I can move it, but you get a reflection.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Okay. So that was my granddaughter asked me to do this. She sent me the photograph. It was a walk she went on, and I guess you got the kind of mist in the background and kind of the moss on the trees. So somewhere in Oregon, and so I painted it for her.
That's nice.
Nice.
very nice.
There, Wendy's got another painting showing.
Oh, okay. Let's see Wendy's. Oh, you got a big tiger.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
That's
That is
nice.
beautiful.
That is gorgeous.
Nice.
Yeah.
How do you get that close to paint a tiger?
Not plein air.
Wise guy.
How do you get so close to paint a tiger? Yeah.
I'm not seeing a tiger.
I hope everybody remembers to take pictures of their work before they frame them, because you know it's hard, you can't take a picture once it's under glass. You know.
I know.
Right, right.
Please
Well,
take it.
say we'll do this again on our regular meeting day in January, same time, same place. And so if you have works that you've done, meanwhile, or anything that you want me to show, if you can, send them to me, because I can easily, it's not a very difficult process to just take the picture that you send me and turn it into a full-size screen share like that.
Yeah.
So we can all see it better than.
Well, Grace said to send it care of Oakmont Gmail, which I did. And so apparently you want it sent to your own personal one then.
Well, you can send it to, I look at all three accounts. The best one would be artistroundtable@gmail.com. But you can send it to my personal ones. Anyway, I'll send out an email to everybody about this and with the address to send it to as well. But any email address that you have for me will ultimately work. as long as I find it. So with Diana's, I don't know if I've looked at those emails and anyway, it's.
Yeah. Well, you know, before we go, I'm going to miss.
It looks like Carol
tell
has some
everyone.
pictures too.
Okay. A Merry Christmas with this little Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you, Diana.
Nice.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
So Mary, what were you going to say?
I was saying it looked like Carol had some stuff to show.
well, I can send them in. I just grabbed stuff that weren't framed, the hold up, but I can send them also to Philip.
Yeah, send them to me, and that's a better way to display them. Because we're at 45 minutes, and how's everybody's attention span? How long do you think these meetings should go for?
We were discussing that. Sharon and I were discussing that yesterday, and personally, I get antsy after about 45 minutes. I don't know about the rest of you guys. But
Yeah, 45 to an hour, I guess. Yeah.
not much longer than that.
Right. That's kind of
Be the only one like that.
No,
Right.
I agree. I start getting bored after an hour, certainly.
And maybe limit one painting per person or something,
That
you know.
might help, because otherwise we're gonna, I think, lose people just because they don't want their turn. You know, if it's
Right.
long.
Right. Well, you know, so what I think at this point, then we'll say our goodbyes to everybody, and then I'll start that video that Diana sent me, which is of a watercolorist guy basically painting a background for a Christmas card, and it's about 20 minutes of video. And
It's
so
actually 10 minutes. It's only 10 minutes, actually.
Oh, that's
okay.
Yeah.
So you can watch it or not as you, and if you don't want to watch it, just press the end button on your screens and leave. So this way it's a compromise between those who are getting antsy and those who want to stay for the thing.
Well, the other thing I want to say is I really appreciate that Carol dressed up for our Christmas show.
Oh, yes.
But after I sat down and it was too late, I was going to bring I have a thing to wear on my head, but I forgot. So I'm glad somebody had Christmas spirit today.
Okay.
All right. So speaking, one last thought came to me. So if we show little how to do it things at the end, has anybody got any preferences about that? I presume that we just want something that's half an hour long rather than an hour and a half. But
Shorter.
Or
how
even
many-
shorter.
Shorter.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
You're right. Do we want interesting things or something that actually teaches you something?
Well,
Either one.
you know, if it's maybe an art show of something unique or something like that, might be inspirational, as long as it's not too long.
Yeah.
Like a kid, I think because of the pandemic, I have a shorter attention span than ever.
Yes.
Than my grandkids.
Yeah. And I think also it's, you know, when you're actually watching somebody in real life painting, it's more attention getting than watching them on a screen. It's just not the same, but it's interesting anyway. Okay, guys, well, I'm glad to see that we got 15 people today. So
That's good.
yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay.
So anyway, take care, stay safe.
Everybody have a nice holiday too.
Yeah, everybody have a great holiday.
It's really
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
Basic.
To see everybody.
I have a question. Who send this newsletter now?
We're having trouble understanding you, Linda. It's kind of garbled.
We still have newsletter sent to us.
Newsletter.
The news,
Newsletter, you still like to have that sent? Yes. Yes. You got the last one from Grace?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Do we know if anyone's going to take over for Grace for the next one?
not,
That's just going to bring that up. No, we don't at this point. Have we got any volunteers?
Who going to get next year too?
Yes, we need one for next year. We
I'm
need
sorry. Excuse me, I ducked out at just the wrong moment. You
No.
guys were talking about the newsletter. I'm the one who mails out the paper copies.
Yeah.
Grace is quitting as editor?
Yes.
Is that-
Yes, Grace is, she sent us an email. Well, she'd said it before, months ago, but this was her last year, but she
Oh, okay.
reminded us that, we were all hoping that she'd continue doing it,
Right.
but as of December, this is her last newsletter, so.
She's got to have a lot on her plate now.
Right now, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, right. She was fortunate to find a rental house in Kenwood, but of course she lost all of her paintings and supplies and equipment and all that kind of stuff. And so, I always, when I talk to her and see her on a Zoom thing like this, it always amazes me that she's so she's not morose and down and so forth.
Right.
She's just her usual self, which is great,
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
She said she had one picture in her, her travel folder, whatever you want to call it, that she carries around. So she was able to salvage one picture.
Oh, my.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just horrible.
Are
Okay.
the newsletters produced in constant contact, or how does she do those?
Well,
Because, maybe if you had the details of what is required for the job, or like if people sent, I'm not volunteering, but
I was going
I'm
to
just
say,
saying
Gail,
it-
no.
no, but like if you knew what the details were, or what was required, or maybe she could write that up, how much time she spends on it or whatever, and disseminates that to everybody, how hard or easy it is. Maybe somebody will step up.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing to do. She doesn't use MailChimp or Constant Contact. She composes it in a publishing program, and I'm not sure which one it is. But anyway, I think that's the thing that we should do, is get her to send an email out to all of the membership and detailing what's involved, how much time, and then just go from there. And if anyway, we'll see how it goes. Okay, guys, anybody else? Any more comments? If not, we'll go on to the grand finale, right? So to speak. We'll see. Bye, everyone.
Hi. Well,
Bye.
thank you, Philip.
Thank you.
Now I'm just looking here, trying to find the where I've got to go to one of my programs here. This is it. Yeah, good. So everybody got a picture of transparent watercolors, Happy Holidays Christmas card?
No,
Nope.
you need to screen share it, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do, I guess.
You can hear it.
You're hearing it, but not seeing it, huh?
Right.
Okay, let me try this. No,
No.
that's the one.
That's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, damn this, darn it. Why is it not showing it? Okay, we'll go back to, I've got to find the right screen here. See, I was only pretending to know what I was doing here.
We did a good
You
job.
did a pretty good job for pretending.
Yes.
Well, I don't know why it's not showing it, but anyway, we'll go out of full screen.
Music. There it is.
Kind
So
of.
you're
There
seeing
it
that
is.
now,
There it
guys?
is.
Yeah.
And you start,
I'll try and make that full screen and we'll see what happens here.
Looks like it is 22 minutes.
Yeah, right. I thought it was several minutes long. Yeah. Well, I'm done. I don't know why it's not letting me make it full screen. Maybe if I press this one. Oh, there we go. How about
There
now?
we are.
There you go.
Yay!
I may be slow, but I do poor work.
We like what you do, Phil.
Yeah, good job.
I'm afraid to try and run it back to the start. Well, I could do that.
That's fine.
I'll do that. I think I can do that. So we're back just a couple minutes into the beginning of it. I like the way with the wet on wet that gets that random sort of foggy look to
Yes.
it.
Mhm.
It's interesting how he can paint with one hand and play the piano with the other.
Very talented.
His trees at first look like Japanese calligraphy to me, and then they become a tree.
Yes.
I should tell everybody too that I'm automatically recording this whole session, so this meeting, you know, so if anybody wanted a copy of it, I could easily send it to the video. I assume the white spots are Frisket that he must have sprayed on the blank canvas.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's what it must be.
Yeah.
Snow flurries.
Well, that's it, guys. So
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
have a good Christmas. Happy
Thank
New Year.
You too, everybody.
Everybody stay well.
Merry Christmas, yes.
Good. I'll stop sharing and then I'll just
Okay.
end the whole thing here. Huh?
Okay, bye-bye, everyone.
Care, everybody. It was good to see
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.